Hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Greg with Ideal Trading Ideas, and today, as you can see, we have Amarin up on the screen. This is their website, or more specifically, their investors relations page, and we're going to run through this page really quick, right? So we have Home, About Us, which has their management team, board of directors, and partnering. We have Science, Reduce IT, CV Health, and scientific publications. We have Pacepa, which is the drug that they have out right now. We have Investors, right? The Investors tab, Overview, News and Media, Event and Presentations, Facts, Financial Information, Annual Reports, Proxy Statements, Quarterly Earnings, SEC Filings, which I tell you is one of the most important areas you need to be taking a look at, and Statutory Accounts, right? We have Stock Information, Analyst Coverage, Corporate Governance, Clinical and Scientific publications, and email alerts. So for any of you guys who want to get regular email alerts from the company, this is where you would put your email address in at. We have careers, so anybody that wants to possibly work for this company, hey, click on this tab, find a little bit about them, and you have contact us, right? We're going to continue to scroll down. We have investors, we have company profile, latest presentations, and it says Amarin Quarter 2 2021 earnings presentation. So if you want to take a look at their presentations for Quarter 2 earnings, that would be the time, or this would be the link to actually click on and look at the PDF for it. It says leading a new paradigm in cardiovascular disease management. We have investor facts and publications. You can read through this, pretty much find out about what they're talking about with the drugs that they have out or are bringing out. News releases talking about the same thing, Quarter 2 of 2021 and their results, and they gave you in 6 months 2021 financial results, right? So they're giving you that information, some old information from July 15th. So you can obviously click on any of this stuff and find out a little bit more about Amarin, right? So what we want to do is push forward to our Robinhood account, and as you can see, we have Amarin up on the screen, currently valued at $5.35 per share. It's down 22 cents for the day, or negative 3.90%. And after hours, it's down 7 cents, or negative 1.29%. We're going to run through the chart really quick, right? So the 1 week chart says that we're up 44 cents, or positive 8.90%. The 1 month chart says that we're up $1.15, or positive 27.53%. The 3 month chart says that we're up $1.09, or positive 25.59%. The 1 year chart says that we're down $1.43, or negative 21.09%. And the 5 year chart says that we're up $1.99, or positive 59.23%. Now, we want to scroll down to kind of show you what's going on with our position in the market, right? So it says your market value right now is $1,070. Today's return is negative $50, or negative 5.14%. Total return is positive $70, or positive 7%. Our average cost right now is $5. We own 200 shares. Our portfolio diversity is 13.92%, right? So right now, overall, we are up when it comes to this particular stock. And like I always tell you guys, I don't just buy stock at a certain price like $5 and just hold on and wait for the price to jump up to $5.35. We'll go back to the daily chart. I don't just sit back and buy and wait for it to go up and then sell off. I typically like to do option trades against it. More specifically, I like to do covered call options trades against it, which means I'm saying that, hey, yeah, I bought at 5, but I'm willing to sell at 5 or 5.50. So sometimes, yeah, I do go in and say I'm willing to sell at the price that I bought it to get a specific amount of money. And in this case, this is something I actually did do for this stock, right? So what I want to do is kind of show you exactly what's going on. We have options as contracts numbers 2. The value right now is negative 88. Total return is $56, or positive 38.89%. And the total return is negative $62, or negative 238.46%. Most people would just smack their head right now and say, Greg, what in the hell? What happened?
Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Think, McFly. Think.
And what I'm going to do is click on this Amarin $5 call right here. It expires next week, August 20th, right? We're going to click on it and show you exactly what happened with this one, right? So average credit per share early July was 13 cents, right? So we picked up 13 cents per share, and the break even was $5.13, right? 2 contracts expires next week, August 20th, and they paid us $26, right? They paid us $26 up front for saying that we would sell at 5. Now, since that time frame, obviously the price has jumped up, right? It's 560, 535 right now. It actually jumped higher than that. It was probably like 560 or so. So this is the new market value, right? So the new market value right now is $88. So for that same $5 call for saying that we'll sell at 5, they will give us $88 together for the 2 contracts, right? So it says today's return positive $56 or positive 38.89%, but the total return is negative $62, right? Or negative 238.46%. So does this mean we've lost money? The answer to the question is yes and no. And the reason why it's a yes and no is because, simply put, if we were to sell the shares, or we had the shares free to sell, which means if August 20th had already came, let's say if it was this past Friday, the shares would be released, and let's say we still own the shares, we could then sell on Monday for the higher price, right? $535, or we could go ahead and do another cover call contract against it and bring some money in. But in this case, that's not what happened. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll back one, and I'm going to take you further down into our history, right? So we show a little bit of our history right here. $5 call. That's the $26 that we picked up. We'll click on show more. And well, I want you guys to understand, sometimes I mess up on my trades, right? Sometimes I don't pay attention and I put something in and I end up spending some money when I didn't want to spend some money, right? So as you can see, I did the $5 call right here, picked up $26, but I also made a mistake right here, as you can see, and I did 813. We paid out $26. This is not what I actually made. This is money that was paid out for an option that I wasn't paying attention to, right? So I had to get that money back. So we pretty much canceled it out and picked it up right here, right? So that's pretty much what happened. We go to older trades. July 12th, we picked up $22. Scroll down a little bit more. July 30th, we picked up $10, so on and so forth. So as you can see, as times went on, even right here, 7:30 buy 8, lost a little bit of money right there, right? Sell 7, 9, 12. And I will have to actually go through my records to find out exactly what happened with these trades. But we've picked up money along the way. And I think when we add it all up, if I'm not mistaken, we're somewhere around the $100+ range, like 150-ish or something, that we've made through our cover calls. So yes, we are going to end up selling off our shares at $5 if the price doesn't drop back down to $5 or below. I would just say below $5. Let's say $4.99. So if it doesn't drop back down before next Friday, then our 200 shares will be sold off at $5. We'll get our original money back, and we'll just keep the money that we've made from our cover calls over the time, right? And it's been like maybe 3 months or so. So what we're going to do is kind of push forward to kind of show you guys what's going on in E-Trade, right? So E-Trade is basically showing you that the price is 542 right now, down 22 cents or negative 3.90%, right? And then we have analyst price targets. I like to talk about analyst price targets because, hey, these guys are professionals. They're going to tell you exactly where they think the market could be going for these stocks, right? So the average price target is $11.67.
Great Scott.
I know most people are probably saying, man, $11.67 on the average price target, and right now it's 5. Perfect time to get in, right? We have a high of 15 and we have a low of 10. So it says in the last 3 months, 5 ranked analysts set 12-month price targets for Amarin. The average price target amongst the analysts is $11.67, right? Analysts compare their price targets to the current market price of the stock to determine how much potential upside or downside movement there could be in the stock price, right? So as we scroll down, we have this gold line right here, which represents the $15. The blue line represents the $11.67, and the purple line represents the $10 low. As we scroll down, we also get to see the different analysts right here on the left side and all their different buy ratings, right? So from August the 9th all the way down to May 24th, which they didn't even give a price target, we have a hold all the way up to a buy, right? So $10 buy target, $15 buy target, $10 buy target, and these two people right here didn't even give a price target, right? And we have analyst average return on Amarin, so you get to see their average returns. And then we have analyst success rates when it comes to Amarin: 42%, 36%, 50%, 30%, and then nothing, right? And then obviously we have the articles right here. You can always click on any one of those articles to find out information about what they're saying in reference to this stock and this company, right? So what we want to do is move up a little bit, and then we want to actually go around to you can click on any one of these boxes for yourself. We're going to click on insider activity because we want to find out exactly what's been going on. You know, have the company, the officers in the company been selling off shares, right? So it says insider sentiment. The last Amarin insider buy occurred when Stack David M purchased a total of 15,000 shares on June 3rd, 2021. In the last 5 years, insiders have on average purchased 14,000 shares each year. So basically, like you said, in 5 years, for at least 14,000 shares get bought up by insiders, and then you can pretty much see what's going on right here. And this is exercise of options. This happened on July 30th, and all these people exercise options, right? We can kind of scroll up and it shows you, hey, award of options, exercise of options, planned sale, purchase, sale, stock gift, right? So these are all the boxes, the keys that you can pretty much go by to kind of show you what's going on. So that was Stack David right there. That was June 3rd. It shows you his purchase, 15,000. I don't know if that's correct per se. 454, 462, that would be the price range. I think that would be crazy because the price of the shares are not that price right now. But 40,000 shares, right? And he paid 68.5K, right? So $68,000 for those shares. And then as you go down, you can see all these guys who exercise their options. So 9 times out of 10, these guys had bought option contracts that were super low, and they just held. And now that the price is kind of popping, they exercise their options and so on and so forth. So what we want to do is move forward to our trading view platform. And as you can see, we have Amarin right here. It's traded on the NASDAQ. It's going for 542, down 22 cents for the day, or negative 3.90%. We have November 5th upcoming earnings. The EPS, or earnings per share, is 1 cent. And the market cap is 2.2 billion. They're paying no dividends, and the PE ratio is 564. That's crazy, right? High PE ratio. So we have overview, ideas, technicals, financials, and index components, right? So as we scroll down, you can pretty much see their chart right here. We have the different ideas. We have technicals right now. Even in technicals, they're saying it's a buy. Scroll down, we have top authors right here. So if you want to follow one of these guys who putting out ideas in reference to Amarin, hey, you can just click on there and follow that. Scroll down, we have, let's see, it's going to pick up on financials. It's taking a little time. It's a ton of ideas. Financials, price history, dividends, balance sheet, margins, income statement, operating matrix, and then it says profile and news, right? So you can always click on a different news. What we're going to do is scroll back up really quick, and we want to click on our ideas tab, right? So we're going to go right here and click on ideas and scroll down. And as you can see, the last idea was put out on April 4th. That person was alone. And let's see if we have anything that's new. So no new ones that anybody put out so far. I may have to put one out where I think it may go. But this person felt like it's going to be going long, and they had 4 likes on it. And what we're going to do is just click on it. And so we can see exactly what's going on, right? So this is what this person thought. And we're going to click on play to see how it played out. So this person put this idea out right around here, and as you can see, it did drop. It went along with what that person said, but then that person thought that, hey, it would reverse, go back up, and then in the end up around this range. And that's not what actually happened, right? So it didn't play out as that person thought. It actually went down and continued to drop before hitting a low all the way down here, 382, and now it's reversing and heading back up, obviously. So if you have bought at 382 and hey, it's at 542, or it actually went up even higher, we'll go right here with 5. It says 580 right here. What it went to in the last day or two, you would have made some money. but so it didn't play out the way that person said. So it's up to you to follow these ideas. And, I typically just take a look at the ideas to see what people think, what direction people think is going to go in, but I move on my own accord, right? So what we're going to do is click on the Trade Now button, which will take you to this chart, right? So I already have it set for the weekly chart. Obviously you can change it: 1 minute chart, 1 hour chart, 4 hour chart, 1 week, weekly, monthly, however you feel. But it's on the weekly chart for me because I like to look back over a long period of time. And I also have it set for 5 years down here so I can kind of scroll back, right? So red lines right here are going to equal our resistance lines, and our blue lines are going to be our support lines. And I have it mocked up for the 52-week highs and lows, right? So as we scroll down, I'm going to show you that I went all the way back to 2017 on this one, right? I didn't keep pushing forward, pushing back on it. So our high in 2017 was about $4.53, and our low was about, we'll just say, $2.76 or something, right? And then we go over here into 2018, and what we have to do is kind of move it down or move it up a little. 2018, we had a $23.49 high, which is crazy, right? The low was before it popped, which was down here in the, we'll just say the 233 range. And then we go over here to 2019, where we had a high of 26.15 and a low of 12.63. And then 2020 happens, and we had a high of 21.87, and it just collapsed, right? It comes all the way down here before reversing, coming up to this point, maybe $8 and some change, before reversing it, coming back down and hitting that 331 area, we'll say. And then we kind of went sideways for a little bit, a little choppy waters. And then we go into 2021, right? 2021, we started the year off at about 588, and then it pushed on up into that $9.22 range before dropping back down, reversing and coming down and seeing that low of that 390, 380-ish area, right? So obviously we already know that the financial advisors feel as though, hey, this is going to be an $11 stock. We have a support line right here that's from 2019 that shows a 1263, which would be acting as a resistance at this point, right? They feel like it's going to be $11 and some change. So I feel like that 1263 is going to act as a resistance. But before we make it up there, we're going to run into other resistance lines, right? Or even support lines that should act as a resistance. So if we take a look at this area right here from 2020, this is going to be a support line that's going to act as a resistance, because as you can see, it went sideways. So I feel like right around that 630-ish area, maybe even before then, we probably going to run right into it, and we're going to see the stock drop again, maybe back down to the low sixes, even high fives, before it actually cuts through and start heading its way up. And once it actually cuts through this area in 2021, we could see another resistance area about the $9.22 range. And actually it may even start around the $8.50 range, right? And then we're going to see that happen all the way up to, like I said, the 920-ish area. And then once it breaks through that, it'll move forward. And I feel like at that point, we're going to be looking at that $12 area for the resistance, right? Because we have a support line from 2019. Once again, they feel like, hey, $11 is going to be the area of average price range, or average target price range, but they feel like also $15, which is going to put us in this area. They feel like that this area right here, $15 is going to be the high for it. So in that case, we'll be actually somewhere in this whole little area right here. We just have to wait and see. But remember, that's a 12-month price range, right? So that could be all the way out here in 2022. 2022 actually is out in 2022. So we have to kind of just wait and see. Hopefully I showed you guys a little bit of what's going on when it comes to Amarin and what analysts believe may happen. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, so please just don't leap on what I say. Do your own research, find out as much information as you can about Amarin. And what we'll do also is we'll show you that, I have the MACD indicator up here as well, the histogram, and kind of showing you guys, hey, what's going on, right? So at this point, we have both lines that are together, so typically if it was right here, this area right here would typically be a sell area, telling you, hey man, it's time to sell. And it actually, by the time it touches and converges together and it's telling you, hey, it's time to sell, it's already moved from this area. These would be the top areas, right? This area would have been a top. And then by the time it makes it over to here, you would have missed a sell from here to here, and which means you would have lost money. And then it's telling you, hey, continue to sell, which means you would have caught it around this area, and then you would have sold all the way down here. But right around here would be telling you, hey man, it was time to buy, which means you would have caught this high and obviously caught it around here as well. So, you know, this is just another area, another thing, another tool in your arsenal to kind of help you understand what's going on, right? When it comes, just look up the MACD indicator on Investopedia or Google, find out how to operate it, how to work it, and just another tool in your arsenal to help you out to figure out exactly what direction or when to actually buy and sell a stock or so on and so forth, right? Just helps you out a little bit more. I use that along with obviously my support and resistance lines. I actually rely more so on the support and resistance lines than the indicators. Also, before I actually leave you guys, I want to show you a quick way to make some money with Amarin if you are holding shares like I am, right? So right now we can click on trade Amarin options right here on the right side. And what we would do is, for those of you who own shares, 100 shares or more, you could go ahead and do something called a cover call, right? So you can click on sell call, and right now it says August 20th, right? So if you wanted to, if you wanted to, you could sell at $5.50. I wouldn't recommend putting it up at $5.50 right now. I actually would put it at $6, just because your chance of profit is 84.7%, right? So it's a chance that it's not going to reach $6, right? Because you really probably don't want to sell off your shares, because remember, they already told you that they believe it's going to go up to $11 plus. So you want to hold on to your shares, right? So I would probably pick the $6 strike price, unless you really want to just sell your shares off. I'll pick the $6 strike price, and I'll go ahead and take that 8 cent, right? So 8 cent times 100 shares is going to be $8. So if you own 1,000 shares, then it's going to be 8 cent times 1,000, which is going to be $80 in your pocket, right? So it's just up to you. They're even offering money up at $6.50 at this point, even $7, right? This is all expiring next Friday, right? Do we think it's going to jump from $5.30 or 30 some cents to $7 in a week's time frame? No, I don't think so, right? I believe that at the most it may go to $5.50, $5.60. I don't think it's going to hit $6 in this week's time frame, right? So I think $6 is a safer bet. I personally hope that it drops down back below that $5 range so that I don't sell off my shares, so that on the coming weeks I can go ahead and start moving in that $6 range so I can kind of get some more money, right? So how do you do these cover calls, right? First thing you would do is go ahead and click on the 8 cent, right? Because you're already on the shares, and it says short call, right? $6 call, negative 8 cent, expires on August 20th. Total credit is going to be 8 cent, right? As you scroll down, it says expected profit and loss $8, and we have a max profit of $8 and a max loss of unlimited, right? And a break even of $6.08, right? So when they say the break even $6.08 is because they paid you 8 cents and your strike price is $6. They're combining that together. So that's that little white ball right here, $6.08. Anything after that, it says is max loss. You're not actually losing anything. That's the money that you're foregoing having in profits because you decided to sell at $6. So once it goes past 608, 609, so on and so forth, this is all the extra money you could have made, but you're not making because you sold your shares off at $6, right? So that's why it's showing you your max profit at $8. So you make $8, but you want to understand is that whatever price you bought the shares for, let's say you bought at $3. If you bought the shares for $3 and you said you would sell at $6, the difference is $3, right? So if you own 100 shares, that means that you just made $300 from 3 to 6, right? You made $300 plus what they paid you, right? Which would be $308, right? If you own 100 shares. So hopefully I showed you guys how to do your cover call. Obviously you would just click on the continue button. One contract equals 100 shares. So if you have 10 contracts, it's going to equal 1,000 shares. Limit price anywhere from 7 cent to 8 cent. Right now it's saying 8 cent, expires for the day, minimum credit $8, review order, click on that, and there you go, right? Obviously, it's not going to go in right now if you're going to do it, because today is Saturday. You have to wait till Monday. And even on Monday, these prices may change, right? They may change for the better or the worse. And as you can see, even right here, it says that this changed by negative 11 cents. So at one point, this was going for like 19 cents, which was probably yesterday. So these prices change all the time. Just continue to pay attention and just look for the price change. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and hey man, I'll continue to drop more as the time goes on. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate all the love and support. Hey, and remember, have a great day. Bye.